But if variety is really your sticking point when it comes to this belt, I have only one thing to say to you. Trial memory. When you need to shake everything off, this is the one to do it with. This is his major upgrade item, and it's a huge upgrade for the Accel Driver for those wanting a little bit more out of their belt. We'll take a quick look at it here. Again, beautiful Bandai silver all over this thing, including a few places where it's not necessary. There in the back, covering a lot of wires and tubing. Very well detailed, even on the parts you don't normally see. That's just how Bandai rolls. On the front, again, you've got a clear window hiding it's not an accelerometer this time, you've got a stopwatch, which fits in with the whole trial gimmick. And apparently you've got this huge nitrous engine on the side, which I think fits Accel very well to have a turbo engine on everything, including his stopwatch. You've got a weird shade of extra silver here, though. It gives it a little bit of flavor, but it's very hard to notice at first glance. I much prefer all the extra paint details along these wires, giving it a little bit more style to it. Oh, and you also have the secondary gimmick of the traffic light, or starting light, whichever you perceive it as, and we'll get to that in a bit. The conversion works exactly like it does in the show, grabbing it by the end of the memory that's sticking out, rotating it all the way around, and now you've got something a little bit closer to a normal memory, and something ready to go inside the Accel Driver. This one you actually have to turn on yourself with that little red switch, and give you a little bit of effect, just a little confirmation that it's been turned on. And now it works more like a normal memory. It'll give you a little bit better sound. Actually comes out of the top, not the front. And of course, nice blue light. When you're ready, just take hold by the top, drop in. You'll find a lot of the sound effects are very similar to the normal Accel memory. In fact, quite identical. Now you can see blue light instead of the red, of course the trial logo instead, and you've got this huge hulking thing on top, which kind of looks like you've made some kind of diabolical time bomb. Trust me, it doesn't feel nearly as bulky as it looks. I thought it'd poke into my gut from just this weird thing on top, but no. It minds its own business. Much different henshin noise, and I love the light tree. But that's not the only thing the memory does. I actually find this to be a pretty huge advantage as far as henshins go, because usually all the lights and sound effects are going that way. Meaning if you actually want to see it, you can't be wearing the belt at the time. And you can't hear it very clearly because the speakers are, of course, very small, so it projects the sound away from your ears. This time, the speaker faces upward, and you've got a little bit of something going on the top of the memory, as well as something happening in the front. Very, very cool. This is the only memory and the only henshin I can remember that you can actually see it going on as you wear the belt. That alone, I think, is a cool addition. And of course, Maximum Drive works the same way. One quick twist. I will admit, that Maximum Drive's a little disappointing because that's the same noise it uses for henshin. Which, no, that's a little bit of a downside, but we can make up for it. But wait, I hear you say, that's not how he does Maximum Drive in the show. And you're right. You can do it the way he does it as well. Remove the memory, return it to stopwatch mode, and now take a look at the corner. You'll see that little button protruding from the top. Go ahead and give it a press, and you can activate the Maximum Drive that Trial normally uses. Oh, and just to clarify, yeah, there's more going on than just what's on the face of the toy. Now, it doesn't matter when you hit the button, no matter how close you are to 9.9, it's still going to give you the same maximum drive sound effect. Unless you know the trick. You remember how you got fireworks to explode in Super Mario Bros.? The timer had to match at the end, and much is the same here. If you actually succeed in getting a double digit on this memory, you can actually unlock more explosions, just like in Super Mario Bros. So that's 3 maximum drives in a single toy. That, I think, is pretty damn cool. Now, you can keep matching up double digits as far as it'll go. I don't know if it'll unlock any extra sounds, though. To my knowledge, no. You only have to hit once, and then it's going to go into the advanced maximum drive. I've had as many as 5 doubles in a row without getting a new noise. So even if you got up to 9.9, I'm not necessarily sure it's going to give you anything extra. But 3 is still really good for any memory, especially something that's adding to a device that many people find limited to begin with. Now, just to show off a few other strange things I've noticed, let me show you a little glitch I found with the memory itself. That's not supposed to happen. See, the way Gaia memories normally work is that there are 2 buttons there at the bottom. One is held down for maximum drive, one is held down for henshins, depending on which slot it's put in. The Accel Driver has only 1 slot to do both functions. So, when you pull the clutch, you are actually switching which button is being pressed. And since letting go of the clutch switches it back, this memory has to cheat a little bit in order to actually get the same effect. So, basically, it stays stuck in maximum drive until you hit the button. Here, let me show you how ridiculous the maximum drive glitch actually gets. See? That's the only way you will ever hear maximum drive out of this part of the double driver. There's just no other way of doing it. Even the henshin slot does not override that glitch. And before anyone asks, yes, the trial memory does it too. In fact, this way, it can actually be activated by switching the memory around and hitting the button. So at first glance, yes, Accel's toys are a little limited compared to doubles, but I honestly feel like they're more fun to play with. Now, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't too eager to get the Accel Driver, but once I actually had it in my hands and started goofing around with it, figuring out how it worked with other memories, I really started to like it. I mean, it really grew on me very quickly. It's just more fun to play with, and honestly, even though it doesn't seem like it, I find it more versatile than the double driver, which, blew me away just to discover. Though they are limited alone, the trial memory and the Accel Driver can only do so much. Pairing the two gives you a package that I honestly feel is better than the double driver itself. So if you've been putting this off because you think, well, it doesn't do as much, give it a try. This is a fun pair of toys, and really, they are at their strongest when you've got both. Whoa, what the hell's going on here? No, I was just playing with your no, wait, I know. You're one of those leftover clones from one of the collector collectives or whatever it was I did. I thought I cleared all you guys out. Oh, clone. Come on. You didn't believe this. Please don't kill me like this. I'm alive. You see, I have a right to live. Yeah. I heard it from all the other clones too. Oh, I have the right to live. Oh, I have a soul too. You know what I have? Only one bedroom. So you have got to go. I gotta go. No, get back here. Get back here. Come on. Be a good clone and let me cut your head off. Wait, will you at least tell me what you just reviewed so I don't copy it? For these and more awesome import toys, be sure to check out Hobby Link Japan. Did he just drive through my wall?